He's just been a disaster for us. I was so close to starting him. I really was. But 266s, like, that's just wild. Just wild. If you want to join me over on YouTube, it's just Shorty SuperCoach. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, Windhagen. Yeah, I think he could be a good pick. He looked really good. But yeah, I reckon we might wind it up there. So thanks for your questions, guys. Keep Nick Martin, mate. Hold the faith. Hold the faith. But yeah, if you do want to jump over to the YouTube channel, I can definitely get to all your questions there. We'll probably go till around 8:45, and I've got my quiz back today as well. So my YouTube is Shorty SuperCoach, same as TikTok. So if you want to jump over and ask some questions, feel free. But yeah, appreciate all your questions, guys. It's always good. I'll have my trades probably tomorrow night or Friday, and then yeah, I'll just talk about some of my options for this week, and yeah, continue talking on YouTube. So I'll chat to you guys soon. Thanks. YouTube, good evening. Chuck the old microphone in. Give us a sound check, would you? We coming through all right? Yeah, thank you, James. I love when he just gives us the all clear on the sound. Thank you. So yeah, if you've come over from TikTok, thank you very much. Flynn, what's happening, mate? Matt, how are we? Foxy's a duckhead. Thoughts on Jordan Clark as a pod? I don't think so. I like him, but doesn't quite have the ceiling. Doesn't quite have the ceiling for mine. Flynn, top 6K right now. Hopefully can stay. Nice, mate. James says, how are you, Shorty? I'm pretty good, mate. I've got one more day, and it's a half day of work, and then we're on holidays, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, going to gather round in like a week or so, which will be sweet. So yeah, we'll do questions for like an hour or so here, depending how many questions we got, and then we got a quiz to do as well. So if you want to try your footy knowledge, then feel free. Matt says, when's your next live show at the G-Town Bar? Jeez. Whoa. Look, Matty boy, that's private invite only, mate. But Brody, Nick Martin, keep or trade. I'll be keeping him. I know maybe I've got a bit more faith than some, but the role is there, and he was better last week. Like, he didn't use it well the first week, but he was much better last week. Mitch says, thoughts on Sam Darcy for cash gen? Give it one more week. I think. Like, he could generate us some good cash, but he's just as likely to score 40. So I'm a bit worried. I'm probably happy to just wait. He looked awesome, but just wait, I reckon. John, do I get rid of Sarong? Oh, do I get in? I was going to say. Or Luke Ryan means Nick Dacos will go in the midfield. I'd probably want to have Dacos down back for the most part of the season, but if I had to out of those guys, I'd probably go Sarong with the form that he's in. But they're both in great form. So, yeah, whatever suits your structure best. Reese, hey, mate, who is more of a must-have between Sarong, Butters, or Ryan and Stewart? Trading young and can use DPP. Out of those guys, they're all just in insane form. I would preference Butters out of all those guys. I'm pretty good, James. I'm pretty good. Thank you, mate. Going all right. Jack says, I got Jackson in for Flanders, Ryan in for Houston, and Sarong in for Dawson. Look, honestly, I'm not really a fan of that. Like, Flanders, they're all great ins, but the outs, not so much. Like, it's a bit sideways for mine. Houston's going fine. Dawson's a bit off, but he'll be okay. Definitely don't trade out Flanders. Like, he's going to be a top 4 forward for sure. Thoughts on trading Flanders? No way. He's going fine, mate. Flanders is going fine. What's he scored? He's averaging like 110, isn't he? He's fine, mate. No trading out Flanders. Come on. Jonas, Shorty, you lift your game. You need to schedule your live stream so it appears on YouTube before it starts, and it may make it easier for people to find. Don't know how to do that, mate. What do you do? How do you do that? Also, was it you who emailed me with some song? I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. I saw it the other day. Thoughts on Jordan Clark, says Harry. He's going well, but it's not for me. I just don't think he's got that ceiling, and there's not enough value there either. Amusement, mate. What's going on? How are we? Good to see you. Holdy says, why trade Flanders? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Hold him. Matt says, going Jaden Short up to Luke Ryan, but means I can't get Tom Powell. Oh, shit. Jesus, Shorty's on the yawns already. That's not good. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know about Tom Powell. I'm going to have to do, what's the centre bounce looking like? Because he's been a bit of a surprise packet, but he's been someone that we probably thought could be a decent scorer for, like through his juniors and stuff. Wow, his centre bounce attendance is really good. Yeah. Honestly, at that price, he's probably a play. He is probably a play. Yeah, Tommy Brown. He's a good one to put forward because he is a bit of a ball magnet from the junior days, but I couldn't tell you a thing about him right now. Yeah, so he scored okay. Give him another week, mate. He's only played the one game, so a fella like him, probably not worth pulling the trigger just yet. Amusement, should I trade out Isaac Keeney? Oh, I hate when it just scrolls to the bottom, mate. Should I trade out Isaac Keeney for cash? Now I just know you're just taking the piss, mate. God damn it, Amusement. How is it up there in the sunny coast, mate? How are you? Andy, g'day, shorty. Who is better, Martin, Wines, and Young for Butters, Sarong, and Pink, or Martin, Young, and Berry, the same version for Sarong, McKercher, and Windhager? All right, let me just dissect that. I prefer the first one, mate. Like, if you're getting Sarong and Butters, I think there's two guys that are absolute keepers. Where McKercher probably should have been in your starting team, but if you don't have him, so be it. But I'd be going with your two premiums. No, I've got to get rid of Short, Young, and Newcomb. Sam Berry, if he's dropped, who's the biggest priority? Yeah, well, Berry becomes your biggest priority if he's dropped, I reckon. Short, he's going okay without going great. Last week sucked, but Newcomb is going to leak coin. So I think he or Young are probably the main priorities. Even if Berry is dropped, he's not going to lose money. So he's not going anywhere. Where Young and Newcomb, they'll play and they're going to lose a stack of coins. So I'd try and replace both of them, to be honest. James, thoughts on Tom Powell? Yeah, we were just talking about him. Huge CBAs, currently the 9th highest rated player in the comp. I must admit, I've undersold him. I've really undersold him, and I didn't realize his price was so cheap, and I didn't realize he went 93% centre bounce. So, yeah, I'm saying get him in, and I'm going to have to rethink my whole bloody trade schedule now. So, I'm not really sure what it's going to look like, but Michaelin's back. It's good to see. Good to see. Zach Wines down to Powell and Hayden Young to Luke Ryan, Dan Houston. Yeah, I like that. Both good options. I'll probably prefer Luke Ryan, but yeah, both good options. Hey, D-Mac. Hey, Shortcakes, he hits me with. Thoughts on these trades? Hayden Young, Caulfield Lazaro to D'Ambrosio, Pink, and Powell. Yeah, good. All good, mate, I think. Powell will be a pretty popular inclusion. I'm coming around to it pretty quickly. Let me tell you something. Is Heaney a must now? Apologies if this has been previously mentioned. No, all good, mate. He is. Best time to get him was last week. Second best time is now. So bring him in. Bring him in. Amusement says, bring Watto back. Oh, you're going to have to get him over, mate. You're going to have to get him over, mate. Cole's delivery. Here we go. Shorty, come back to us. Your one true home. Or post a Tinder story video. Ultimatum has been made. That is quite the ultimatum. Geez, let me just ponder on that one. So many questions as to who this could be. So interesting. Flynn, I think I'm still going to keep Young getting the midfield time and getting the ball just not effective. Yeah. Look, I'm not saying he won't bounce back, but with the numbers he's put up, he's just going to leak coin. So it's really disappointing. That's why I'm trading him. But yeah, the role is there. He is playing in the guts. He's just not quite converting at the moment. Bring Jonah back as well. Jonah's in bloody New Zealand, mate. So he's living the dream. He's just been traveling. Xavier, hey Shorty, hope you're doing well. Thank you, mate. Hope you're going nicely yourself. Trade or hold Newcomb and Tom Green this week? Well, yeah, I presume you're meaning Tom because he's got the buy. Absolutely, mate. The bloke's on fire. Hold him. When Newcomb, not so much. I mean, last week I said hold because I think you always give those premiums a chance to bounce back, but he did not. He stunk it up again. So unfortunately, he's got to go. The Nicky Dacos song. Yeah, okay. Tonight I'll have a listen to it, mate. All right. Mitch, hold or get rid of Fisher. No, I'll be holding, mate. I mean, he just turned up. So definitely hold. The 50 wasn't great round one, but absolutely hold. You're a clown, amusement. To whoever hit me up with the yo, hi Daniel. Hello to whoever that is, just hitting the name someone. Pearl, go back on TikTok live. If only, mate. I did once trial having TikTok here, YouTube here. It was the most confusing thing ever. I'll just do it one at a time, but I do enjoy the TikTok lives. Maybe I've got to do it more often. I don't know. But TikTok's just so like simple and easy. It's good. Michael, hold or sell Jordan Dawson? He's a definite hold for mine. Definite hold. I'm just going to jot down a few of these names. Just helps me when I'm doing the preview. Tom Powell. Who else have we been talking about? Fisher's got to mention. Martin's got to mention. Young, obviously. Newcomb. It's plenty to talk about, isn't it? It's plenty. Josh, Shorty, how about you trim that mustache at least 5 mils? Wow, you don't like the stash, man? Jeez. Here I was thinking I was pulling it off, but Jesus Christ, bro. Where are we up to? Where are we? Josh, Zach, pumped for the quiz. That's what we like to see, Zach. That's what we like to see. Probably around 10 to 9, something like that. Jeez, Jonas is filthy on the Jared Lyons. Yeah, he's on my bench. Bigger probably, mate. He gets dropped out of nowhere, doesn't he? That was like my same concerns with Matt Crouch. But I mean, Crouch is flying. He's not going to get dropped. But sometimes these players, it's like Bryce Gibbs. Like some players, I don't know what it is. Reese, hey mate, thoughts on Grundy to Nick Bryan? Nets me 130k to go Flanders up to Dort. Nah, not a fan of that one, mate. I'm not too keen on trading out Grundy or Flanders. Certainly not. Oh, but Josh has hit me with it. But seriously, Grundy over Cherry to free up some cash for Luke Ryan. Wanted to start Cherry, but didn't have the balls. No, I don't think we need to be going Grundy to Cherry. Cherry's going well, but it's not like he's doing anything wrong. He's not at his best the last 2 weeks, but have faith. He'll be okay. And Pearl's reporting me on Roblox. Fair enough. Spooky. Shorty, what's good, my man? Just ripped an absolute Christmas tree in hopes I can figure out who to trade in. You're a clown. Wanganeen Miller or Sean Atley? I'll read all that out for you to end it with Sean Atley. Come on, man. No, I hope you're well, mate. It's good to see you. D-Mac, Oscar Baker a good in. Surely not. I mean, I'll look because, got to pay each question some respect. But didn't he kick like 3, didn't he? Awkwardly priced at 302. Awkwardly priced. He didn't even score that well. 88. No. Let's steer clear of that, mate. Steer clear of that. Harry says, do I trade out Young and Short for Powell and Ryan? Yeah, I'd be down for that, mate. I think that'd be a fair call. Short, there's probably no rush on him, but those are 2 really good ins. Jasper says, who's your top 6 forward predictions? Let me have a look. I mean, I think the first ones that jump to mind are definitely Jackson, Heaney, and Flanders for sure. We sometimes get like a player get dual position from the midfield or something. So let me filter these. Oh shit, bro! Came for a sleep in. Friday's going to be beautiful. Let's go their averages. The forward line's so scarce, isn't it? Like the way Tom Bowell's going, he could be. Gee, there's not much, is there? Far out. I really thought Fife could be, but honestly, at this stage, you've got to respect guys like Powell. I'm still going to back in someone like Fife, to be honest. As long as he doesn't get subbed off too many times. I've probably only given you like 4 or 5 names, but yeah, it's hard, mate. Like blokes that we thought we could trust, like Jack McRae, even Dustin Martin, I thought we'd be going better, but it's tough in that forward line. Jonas, Supercoach God, son of Sloppy Joe from the Centre Bounce, went live at 7 p.m. and is now going head-to-head with your stream. Also making you run your stash. He's making fun of me stash. That's outrageous, man. I can't believe he's going head-to-head with me. It's outrageous, mate. Leroy, hey, mate, how are we? Leroy says, Shorty, how are you? I'm good, mate. How are you traveling? Hope, of course I remember you, mate. Of course. The quiz master from the back end of 2022 with my one career win finally coming in round 23. Been a while, mate. I hope you're well. No, I remember the name, mate. I didn't realize that you only got the one win. I thought you actually had a couple more, but I think I remember the build up to that. That was good. I hope you're hanging around for the quiz tonight, mate. That'd be cool. Give Scurvy me. Oh, mate, I don't even know what that means, really. Something about a new teacher, but who really knows? Oh, the maths teacher, yeah. Look, yeah, I'm aware she's not too keen on her maths teacher, but hey, I don't employ these people. I don't employ them. But just have a chat with your teacher, mate. I'm sure they'll be receptive. That they're there to help you. Cameron, mate, long time no hear. You're going Easter Monday to the G. Go Hawks. Ugh, I'm not confident for this game. No, I am going. I still got to get some tickets, actually, because I forgot it was your home game, actually. So, but yeah, I'll be trying to go for sure. You going, mate? Time to drop Young, says Boomer Star. Yeah, unfortunately he is, mate. Had high hopes for him, but he's really let us down. PC Supercoach, I did Young, Butterick, and Martin to Pink, Wanganeen, Miller, and Sarong, left with 223k in the bank, or is it better to go Wanganeen, Miller to Ryan? I would go Ryan. I would. I think Wanganeen, Miller could elevate his game, but I would lock in Ryan at this price before he really goes nuts on that front. So I always try and preference trusting the tried and true, locked and loaded premiums that have done it before. Carter says, Young, Sandberry, and Windsor to Ryan, Powell, and Carroll. Don't mind it. I think Windsor will be okay. Like, he's going all right, but just not quite scoring as well as it feels like he's playing. But they are 3 really good ins. Jack says, should I trade out Warner and Dawson for Sarong and Butters? We're talking Chad there. I feel like Chad could go, yes, but Jordan Dawson, no. I think he will be a good option. He'll be okay. It's a slowish start. It's not a bad start, but he'll be all right. Been pouring for 4 days straight, says Amusement. That's rough. That is rough. I'm going to Geelong in 6 weeks. Here we go. And probably going to the Geelong Port game at Cardinia Park. I expect a Horty sighting. Oh, mate, this could be huge. Well, if it's a Geelong home game, I'll be there. So look out for me, mate. Look out for me. Oh, new science teacher, righto. Jeez, am I a furry? We're asking the hard questions now. We are asking the big questions. Harry, hold Sandberry or get him out. You could probably get him out if he should get named, but he's not an urgent one. Like, I'm trading him out just because I need to free up some money somewhere, and he's the one that's got to go. But yeah, it's not desperately need to get rid of him. Zach, Butters versus Melbourne went 184 last year into Captain Bont versus West Coast. It's hard to argue with that. That's pretty good. Bontempelli, I'm hearing murmurs that he could be out. I mean, that's just what I've heard on the radio. Someone said it in the chat. I hope not for your sake, but it is the rumor. It is the rumor. James, trades, I'm going with Young, Martin, and Tom Berry out. And in comes Tom Power, Sharp, and Sheasel. Nice, mate. I think that's good. John is asking about the captains. Look, I'd always back Nick Dacos in to bounce back. Harry Sheasel's early in the week as well. You could run with him. Luke Jackson, the way he's going, you could run with him early. But from my team, I haven't looked at it yet, but just having a look. Who the D's got? I mean, Gorn versus Soldo could be a play. Soldo's not bad, but and then certainly Bontempelli if he gets up. Probably no one in the Easter Monday game, really. Yeah, this is one where we really want to land the VC, I reckon. Honestly, I'm half a chance to go Sheasel or Dacos with the VC, maybe into Gorn, because I don't have Bontempelli or Butters, but they would definitely be good options. Butters, Bont, definitely. Ethan, do you reckon I should go Flanders to Heaney? No, definitely not. There's no need to train out Flanders, mate. He'll be fine. He'll be a top 3 or 4 forward. Luke, hey, mate, what's going on? He says, hey, Shorty, how are you? Pretty good, mate. One more day of work, and then we're on holidays, so we love that. What do you think of the Cats game and the streaker? Yeah, also thoughts on the drug news today and Tom Duday's injury. Yeah, the streaker was just dumb. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking. Should get a pretty solid ban. And, yeah, the drug news, again, it was strange. I don't know what to think about that. Like, it's just a bit under the table sort of stuff. It's a bit weird. Like, I know we want to try and work with them and support them, but it felt like we were just kind of sweeping it under the rug. I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one, like telling us that they're just hammies and they're actually like got drug problems, but then it's like they've got a right to have that information kept private. So I don't know. Smarter people than me can answer that one. And Duday, super disappointing. I think Brisbane are gone. I think they're no chance of winning the flag. So, but on a personal front, yeah, that's pretty sad for him. Pretty sad. James says, thinking about bringing in Rory Lobb and Mason Cox. James just having a bit of fun there. Thoughts on Weinstein? Powell says, Matt, yeah, I'm all for that, mate. I think Powell's looking good. Wines hasn't quite hit the mark. Luke says, how's work been? Yeah, pretty good, mate. Pretty busy. Every day's, real busy. But no, today was good. Had a bit of lunchtime activity, a little soccer game. So it was good. But yeah, no, the days go super quick. There's always some students to see and some things to do. So, need more time in the day, to be honest. So I've got a stack of like admin shit to do tomorrow because there's no students at school tomorrow. So, yeah, a bit of a catch-up day for me tomorrow, and then it's holidays, which would be nice. Manna says, Shorty, who's better downgrade, Wanganeen Miller or Tommy Powell? Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I almost lean towards Powell. I think he's almost a better chance to be a keeper, but I'd judge that one on how you can use the cash better because there's 150K and a bit extra between those two. So it might just depend how you can use the cash elsewhere, I reckon. Cameron says, I'll likely upgrade to Grundy to either Marshall or English, given Sam Darcy has started with that into English. Oh, we'll eat into English's score. I don't see Sam Darcy impacting Tim English. I'd be keeping Grundy. Like a few people like jumping off him, but like, yeah, he hasn't had the greatest 2 weeks, but it was only 3 weeks ago. We're like, he's back, he's all Australian, like I think he'll be okay. So I'm happy to hold him. Hayden Youngburn has to go. We'll be bleeding worse than Supercoach with DR after he gets within punching distance of Peanut Laddams. Yeah, Jonas is on the money there. Hey, Baslenka, how are you, mate? Sometimes this just scrolls right to the bottom. It just kills you. Just kills you. DMAC, what is better? Trade a dead rookie in Caulfield to Pink, which gives me bench cover, or trade a playing rookie Campbell, Sexton, Clark, for example, to Carroll, who likely makes more money? Oh, yeah, that's tough. I would trade the dead rookie. It's hard to predict, like rookies as scorers. I mean, you think you got one who's going to score well, then they unexpectedly get dropped or they slightly change role because someone gets back. So I don't think we can bank on consistency of rookies scoring, but we can bank that Caulfield's not going to be making us any money. So I'd spread the net far and wide, try and Get as many scorers as you can. Play Roblox. Probably not. Probably not going to take up Roblox. Man, I'm a busy guy, mate. One of the students was asking me to play Fortnite today. I'm like, well, you don't want to see me play Fortnite. I'm absolutely shit ass at that. But Leroy says, surely a cheeky story time and a quiz tonight. You'll definitely get a quiz. I told a story on TikTok tonight just about my disaster with the Geelong membership card, but please give a quick shout out to James Fear for his 4-ball duck in a cricket grand final recently. Oh, mate. James, what are you doing, son? That's no good. We'll probably have more time for stories later in the year, mate. There's so many questions at this stage of the year. I want to try and get through them, but yeah, I'll have to think of one for you. Cameron, Sicily turned up last week. A wait and see, or should he be a target? Definitely should be a target, but yeah, let him just drop a little bit in price with that 43, and yeah, he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Mitch says, thoughts on Fife subbed out. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating, but he is a guy that's going to get subbed sometimes. But I'm still really confident. If he plays, he'll score well. He was heading again to at least 85, maybe even more. But yeah, it's frustrating. The sub rule just is frustrating, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. As long as the sub thing doesn't become all too regular, he should make us a bit of money. Mikey says, Zach Williams thoughts. Yeah, if you're ever going to get rid of him, it was probably going to be last week because he had the bye, but he'll be better. He would be better. Like, he might not be back to averaging 90s like he used to all those years ago, but he'll be better than what he's done the first 2 weeks. So he's missed a lot of footy. Give him some time. I'm not sure who Pearl is, but they definitely go to my school. So, Jonas, Adelaide's record outside South Australia since Nicks took over as coach at the start of 2020 now stands at just 9 wins from 39. Wow, that's a good stat right there, mate. That's nuts. Josh says, hey, Shorty, who should I VC and see out of Goulden, Bont, Butters, Sarong, and English? Who's English got? Yeah, right. That's English has got to be a good chance to go nuts against a pretty inexperienced West Coast ruck department. So I'd almost like to see go the C on English and probably the VC on Butters, I reckon. Oscar says, thoughts on Martin to Crouch or Steele or someone else? I'm holding with Martin, but I've got Carl Amon to worry about. So I've gone Carl Amon to Matt Crouch, but if I had the cash, I'd go Jack Steele. But I'm holding faith with Nick Martin. I understand why you're getting rid of him because he's going slow at the moment, but I'm holding. And Baggers is in the house. Hey, mate, what's going on? How are you? Boomer says, thoughts on Young and Fife to Howes and Heaney. Yeah, you probably got to get in Heaney, and if that's the way you got to do it, then fair enough. I hope you don't have too many rookies on the field down back. That would be my only concern. But yeah, we got to get Heaney in. Ideally, we got him in last week, but yeah, now's just as good a time. Certainly better than waiting. Bont is C for Mikey this week. Has West Coast will absolutely eat them alive. Yeah, he should do. I did hear a bit of a injury concern for Bont. I heard that he didn't train. Heard that he could be in doubt. I don't know. Here we go, Patrick. Shorty, I need your help, and I need this kept on the down low. Oh, this could be anything. I start a money league every year and can never seem to catch a win. So I'm thinking either put Tex Walker or Matthew Yeah, we'll keep that on the down low, mate. No worries at all, bro. Xavier, Jordan or Fife for Powell? Oh, look, I think both will be okay. If you had to out of those, I'd probably ditch Fife, but Jordan's been pretty consistent. I think they've both got some money to make. I'd try and find another way to bring Powell in. Shorty trades, it's long, but thoughts. All right, send them through, mate. I'm sure you'll put them through. I'd be holding hold Lyons. Nah, I'd be getting rid of Lyons, mate. If he's been dropped, sometimes he just never finds his way back into the team. So he's one of those players that doesn't seem to matter what the stat sheet says. He just gets dropped sometimes. It's weird. Panto, hey, Shorty Legend. Hope all is good, mate. Good luck with the rest of the season. Thank you, mate. I hope you're traveling nicely. Thanks for the comment. That's very kind. Anik, trade Short or Young for Sheasel? Definitely Young. I mean, Short had quite a week last week, but he was okay the first two, where Young's just been shocking. So, yeah, I'd be going. See you later, Hayden. Mitch, having Fisher, Dersma, and now picking up Scott, too much of the same team in one forward line. Yeah, maybe. Have a look at their buys and who they share the buys with, because some bye weeks are worse than others. But by the time the buy comes around, you've probably upgraded Dersma, you've probably upgraded Fisher, so it shouldn't worry you too much, I don't think, because we should trade out those guys by the time the buys actually roll in. Luke says, can't wait for the quiz tonight. Hopefully win 3 quizzes in a row. Mate, he's in form. He's in form. We love to see it. Here's Baggers trades. Out Young and Berry to Powell, Steele, and D'Ambrosio, or D'Ambrosio, Powell, and Dempsey. Yeah, okay. I like the fact the one that you got in Steele and Powell. I think that's the play. Mate. Jonas, which defender, Tom Stewart or Seagulling Ryan? I'd go Stewart, mate, out of the two, but very evenly matched. Amusement says, with Hayden Young performing below expectations, is it worth investing in an exchange of players? This means we might need to trade out Young in return for Jake the Push-Up King. Jake the Push-Up King. Now, that is a serious throwback. Baggers. How on earth did you hospitalise a teacher, Baggers? That's outrageous, mate. Shorty, on the way back from the Bulldogs game in Ballarat, I saw a bloke having a crack pipe while driving at the station car park. You see all types of things in Ballarat, mate. I lived there for 3 years. You just never know. Yeah, you're probably Nicky Boy's biggest fan, Baggers. Placey, hey, Shorty, thoughts on going Young, Wines, and Windsor to D'Ambrosio, Butters, and Powell? Yeah, I like that, mate. All good inclusions. I think that's good. Travis, trading Grundy to Powell and Young to Ryan. I'm saying hold Grundy. I don't think he's done all much wrong, but they are good inclusions. Oscar, do another book it. Definitely, mate. We'll have the quiz probably at about 10 to 9, depending how many questions we got. 8:45, 9 o'clock, something like that. Jonas says, Price Martin with the small nick. Not sure what that is. Howdy, Miller. How are you, mate? JD, hear me out, Shorty. Outlandish trade. Oh, no, we're trading Dacos. Dacos to Bramble, assuming Dacos drops cash and has a stinker against the Hawks next week. And Bonner to Sarong. Also, shout out to my best mate, Rob Stanley. There you go, Rob. I can't endorse trading out Dacos. I know he was poor, but look, Finn McGuinness hasn't even really been like this big tag or anything just yet. Hold him, mate. Hold him, because you just never know with premiums. You trade him out, then he could go 150, and then he's like, you struggle to get him in for the rest of the year. So, dangerous game. I see where you're coming from, but I'd say no. Probably not on Farrell, mate. I don't think he's got that consistency about him, but James, Shorty, you said Caitlin, just a friend, but mate, come on, spill the beans, mate. I heard about a cheeky wedding coming at him. Hey, I'll let you guys make that decision, mate. I mean, we just live together, just a housemate, but you guys feel free to discuss. Maybe she'll come in later and you can ask her. We've gone all the way to the bottom again. God damn. Travis, Brisbane lost 2 out of 3 last season and still made the GF. Yeah. Look, of course, sometimes teams bounce back, but I'm just thinking with no Coleman, Dudo was going to help strengthen that back line. He's gone up. I'm writing them off, mate. I don't think they can win the flag. I'm sorry. Mitch says, thoughts on going Young all the way down to D'Ambrosio? Only if it really helps you elsewhere. Like if that cash helps you do some really good stuff elsewhere, then yeah. Andrew says, hey, Shorty, glad I can finally catch the live stream. Thank you, mate. I'm glad to see you here. Thoughts on trading Young and Gibcus to D'Ambrosio and one of Bramble or Windhager, then upgrading Martin to Sarong. Bramble or Windhager at D5? Oh. Let me look at Windhager's. My gut feel says Windhager, But the roll is nice for Bramble. That's a tough one. Let me just check his centre bounces. Yeah, okay. I'd go Windhager, I think, mate. I'd go Windhager. It's tough call, but I'd slightly lean towards him. So nicely done. Grundy is fine until his round 5 bye, at which point you trade him to English or Rowan Marshall, says Jonas. Fair, mate, fair. I'm sticking with Grundy for now. I think he's all right. Luke, I've been good, shorty. Can't believe the school holidays are here and can't wait for a gather round next week. I'm looking forward to Easter Monday game. How do you think the game will go? Definitely, mate. I'm keen for some holidays for sure. I think I should win. I mean, I'm pretty confident. Like the Hawks, much younger side than us. We should get the job done. But you never know. Sometimes those Geelong Hawthorn games, they surprise us. Baggers, shorty, haughty, very naughty. Oh, Jesus. We can't read that out, mate. Come on. Kahuna, what do you think of Libba, Windsor, and Tom Berry to Sarong, Dempsey, and Powell? I wouldn't lose faith on Libba. I mean, I can see why you'd want to get Sarong, but I think he'll be all right. I think the other two could go. Yeah, I think Windsor's playing better footy than his scores suggest, but I wouldn't be throwing out Libba, to be fair. Luke, yeah, the drug news today is super confusing, and I saw your TikTok about school athletics. Super funny story. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a few good comments about that one, so yeah, that's cool. Sicily will be all right, Jonas. He'll be okay. He'll score some points. Lockie, okay to miss Carroll. I got Lazaro instead. Is it anything bad? No, I think it's okay. That's all right. Like, I mean, Carroll's a good option, but I don't think we need to be jumping out of our shoes to grab him at all costs. So I think that's fine. Luke says, have you had swimming sports for school this year? Yeah, we did. We had both athletics and swimming sports in term 1. So, yeah, that was good fun. Cooper, hi, Shorty. Do you still do the quizzes at the end? Yes, mate. Quiz lives on. I didn't do them for like the first week, but yeah, just got into the rhythm of it. So, yeah, we're back. Did a quiz last week, and I've got another one for you this week. Benter says, hey, Shooty, should I hold Bonner? Yeah, I would. Like last week wasn't ideal, but he'll still make us some money, I think. So I'd hold him, yeah. Scorch, thoughts on Fife to Tom Powell or to Powell? If it's your only option, I could see why you'd do that. But I still think Fife could score some really good numbers. Just he's playing good footy. They were just conservative with him. But yeah, Tom Powell is making himself a bit of a must-have, I must admit. Lockie says, Shorty, Haughty, you naughty man. What are your thoughts on D'Ambrosio, Howes, and Miller in? Zachary, Caulfield, Young out. Yeah, that's a popular trade and a good trade. So I think they're all good options, mate. Who else have we got here? Travis is putting the VC on Sarong into Heaney. Wow, geez, you're a braver man than me, mate. That's pretty brave, but I'll back you in. I wouldn't be so brave to put on Heaney, but he's been in great form. No worries, Xavier. VC on Jackson into Gawn. Yeah, don't mind that. Yeah. Mate, Bevo could do anything. He could do anything. Jeez, I need another fucking water here, bro. You just never know what Bevo's going to do with the sub. Oh, Lockie said, also, Shorty, I jump on 8 because that's when you've been starting now. You decide to start 7:40. Inconsistent and unacceptable. That's how blokes get dropped. Keep your nonsense up, I dare. Look, mate, I'm on TikTok from 7 o'clock, bro. Come on. Sometimes the TikTok just goes a little longer, bro. Let's just relax, okay? And I was on before 8 o'clock last week, so let's just get our facts straight. On YouTube, I'll always be on between 7:30 and 7:45. Sometimes we just go a little bit longer on TikTok because there's quite a lot of viewers on there as well. LM Clean or Al McLean even. Would you trade Sexton or Tom Berry first for this week? Been thinking all day about it. Shit, excuse me. I'd trade Tom Berry. I still think Sexton will have some good scores, and I was never a big fan of the Berry option. So yeah, Sexton, I'd hold him. Miller, I finished 116th. Wow, Jesus, nice work. That's insane. You'd be very pleased with that. Good stuff. Kylie, hope you're well. Good man. Thank you, mate. Hope you're, and I just called you Kylie, so sorry, Kyle. Amon and Young to D'Ambrosio and Powell. Yeah, I think that's fair. And look, Carl Amon, I had such high hopes. It just hasn't been. It just hasn't been. Disappointing. Jonas, it was Ross Lyon's fault. Can't get a Travis. Should I use a boost to turn Lions into Wardlaw? I don't mind the Wardlaw pick. I probably would prefer like maybe going Lions to Powell if you can do a bit of dual position that way. But yeah, don't mind it. Probably wouldn't use a boost, but yeah. Jack, get Took in for Chad Warner, good, or someone else you would go for? Yeah, well, I've been a big fan of Miller from the start. So yeah, I think still at a good price. So yeah, I'd get him in. Zach, Tommy Stewart was scored so unders. He should have got 160. Yeah, I thought that too. Like, I thought it was one of the best intercepting games and still a good score. But yeah, I felt like he could have gone bigger as well. John says, which two should I trade out from Caulfield, Young, Martin, or Lyons? I'd definitely put Lyons and definitely Young. So I'm holding faith on Martin. Caulfield, while it's annoying, he's not going anywhere. Where Lyons, don't think he'll get back. Wasted money. Young, price is about to drop. So those would be the two I'd go. Oh, the hospitalization. Here we go. I punched those hand sanitizer things off the wall, but teacher was to the right and it flew 100 minutes a kilometer, and slashed his face and eye. Why stand in the way? Well, mate, maybe just don't punch the hand sanitizer in the first place, mate. That might be a good call. Benters is talking to John, I think, and we've scrolled all the way to the bottom. God damn it. Trading Lions, job security is total. Yeah, fair. Pod Harry Mackay. I could make 100K in 2 weeks if he goes 100. Yeah, I'm not as keen on these sort of trade them in with the plan of trading them out in a fortnight. I know we've got a lot of trades, but I just don't really like it. So he will make you money, but he could score 42 as well. You just don't know. So it's a no from me. Baggy, so shorty my trade. I'll make it simple to players over the next 2 weeks. I need an answer straight. Max says, have both Young and Short. Who is the higher priority to trade out? Definitely Hayden Young. He hasn't gone over 70 yet. At least Short's gone 88 and 130 and 64. So, yeah, I'd be getting rid of Young first. Mitch says, Young, Sexton, D'Ambrosio, and Heaney. Thoughts? Oh, Young. Yeah. That's good. I still think Sexton will have better games, but to get D'Ambrosio and Heaney, good call. Then we got Pufferfish. Hey, mate. Hey, Shorty. Got some big moves planned this week, but unsure whether I should firstly be using a boost again this week after I used it last week. No, mate. If it's right, then run with it. I think the boost is there to give us that advantage early in the season, make all the trades we need before prices start changing. So, yeah, if you're committed to it and you think it's a good trade, I'd do it. Harry, do I trade out Lazaro? No, I wouldn't trade him out. Like, he's a bit of a slow burn at the moment, but he's got money to make. So unless he gets dropped, I'd be holding him. Mickey, Shorty, I understand this is SuperCoach channel. Here we go. But I need some love advice. Here we go, Mick. What do you got for us? I love me best mate, Grassy. But I didn't think he notices me simply because I can't get a kick at Joey's footy club. And then Mickey says, can I get some tips on how to play footy? I've heard through the grapevine you were a star at Geelong West. Thanks, Heath. Oh, it's very kind, mate, and you heard correctly. So, look, feel free to come down in my next subscriber goal kicking, and I'll show you all the tricks of the trade. I might get Cov down there as well. He's quite the footballer, I've heard. So that sounds like a nice little date for us boys. Find Keys taking a gamble and trading in McGovern for Hayden Young. I think he takes over Hearn's mantle for scoring and then some. Check out the kick-out stats. Thoughts? Nah, not for me. Not for me. I totally get where you're coming from, and he'll be okay. He'll score well, but I don't think he totally takes the kick-outs all the time. I still think Witherden could float back in. Duggan takes him sometimes. McGovern can score well, but he's so injury prone. He could come out and do nicely, but it's a bit risky for me, I think. Puffer Fish, Nick Martin, Young, Grundy, and Fisher, all potential chopping block. I think. Who do you think out of those? Well, definitely Young. And I'm holding faith on Grundy. And Fisher just scored 100. So I don't see why we need to get rid of him. Because he's going to get some nice cash gen. I would, in order of who you should get out, I'd go Young. Pains me, but out of those, Nick Martin, then Fisher, then Grundy. I think Grundy's going to be fine. He'll be all right. Tom Baggers, are you trading Tom Green? I can't have that. I cannot have that. You can't be trading him. Puffer Fish says, thinking of bringing in Cherry, Luke Ryan, Tom Powell, Sarong, or 2 or 3 of those. I would definitely prioritize Luke Ryan and Sarong as like the clear premiums. Tom Powell at that price, I would also strongly consider. Cherry's going well, but probably not up there with the other few, I think. But he's playing some good footy. Jonas, oh yeah, he's talking to Pufferfish. Michael, is there a point upgrading Ollie Wines to Gordon knowing they have a buy soon? Already have Butters, Sarong, Green, but don't have enough for Bond. Yeah. I think it's worthwhile. I know it's annoying with the buy, but it's best 18 scorers. I think it's probably better than having Wines. So Gordon's about to really go nuts in price too off that 150. So yeah, it's not ideal with the buy, but I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I reckon Tom Berry there, Pufferfish, probably the one to get rid of. Hey, Cal, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. Wow, Bag is he's the biggest Nick Martin fan, I'll tell you. Noah, Newcomb, Young, Sam Berry, to D'Ambrosio, Powell, Steele, or Jackson, too late for Heaney, or Newcomb, Young, Caulfield, to D'Ambrosio, Powell, Ryan, or Wanganeen Miller, which is better? All right, let me have a bit of a look at that. So you got pretty much the same outs. Newcomb and Young have to go. That's good. D'Ambrosio, the difference is Powell. Oh, no, he's in there. You got Steele and Ryan. I would go the one where you get Jackson and Steele. I'm just giving them the edge over Ryan and Wanganeen Miller. So it's a close one, though. It's a close one, but that's the way I'd do it. Flynn says Gawn or Butters for the VC. Ooh, I'd probably go Gawn, to be honest. I feel like he's due for a big one, but Butters went nuts against them last time as well. I just wonder, will they put some time into him after he dominated the Tigers? But not many teams tag nowadays, do they? Not many. Travis, hey, mate. Hey, Shorty, hope you're well. Thank you, mate. Likewise. I'm using a trade boost, trading out Lockie Ash, Bonner, and Sexton for D'Ambrosio, McKercher, and Powell. All very good ins. I feel like Bonner could still be okay, but I understand where you're coming from. All really good ins. Fair call. Luke says, I'm confident getting 8 out of 8 this week. Did you host any events at Swimming Sports? Also, are you any good at swimming? No, I just went along for the vibes. And back in the day, mate, I liked a bit of backstroke, but I wouldn't say I was any good at it. But no, it was good. An 8 out of 8. I think it is a week where you could definitely get 8 out of 8. I'll tell you the game, Fremantle and Adelaide. I'm feeling like the Crows might get up. I don't know. That's the one I was really thinking about. Jack has gone. Warner for Steele. Powell for Billings. And Dempsey for Wilson. Yeah, I don't mind that. I still think Wilson's probably worth keeping as opposed to Dempsey. It's a much of a muchness, but yeah, those other two are definitely good trades. I've never seen a man with any greater love for Nicky Martin. I'll tell you what, Baggers loves him. Rob says, "Hey, Shorty, I've been short and young and have 250K to spend, and I'm thinking I'll put Powell in for Sexton, but also don't know if I trade Dawson now that he'll get tagged and go down. Cheers, sir." Now, look, I'm saying hold Dawson. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. But I like that you've got rid of Young and Short, and I like that you're bringing in Powell. But I'd stick fat with Dawson. I'd have the faith with him. Theo, Lyons, Dacos, Logan McDonald out for D'Ambrosio, Jackson, and Steele. Nice. Yeah, I'm well, mate. I hope you're going nicely too. Logan McDonald's an interesting one to have in the side, but nah, thank you, mate. I'm doing nicely. Nearly holidays. Nearly on some holidays. John says, oh, yeah, he's talking to that other fella there. MD's gone out. Young, Martin, Caulfield, in Wanganeen, Miller, Powell, and Ryan. Yeah, can't fault that. That's some really nice trade-ins. Nick Martin, I'm saying keep, but I get why you're doing it. I get the inclusions are pretty good. Oh, man. This thing, when it just goes all the way back down, mate, is a killer. Absolute killer. D-Mac, what do you think of these trades? Frank Walker from National Tiles. That's not bad. That's not bad by you. Baggy, shorty, I dropped the Christian Shayla. Oh, mate. You're a dangerous man. You are a dangerous man. Luke says, shorty, when's your next goal kicking with the subs at Deakin? I'll probably see you next week at Gather. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I mean, I was thinking I'd do it on the holidays, but Gather Round makes it a little tricky. Have to leave it with me, mate. I'm not 100% sure, but I do enjoy doing those, so leave it with me. Jonas, the small berry boys are hopeless SuperCoach picks. Yeah, they haven't been good to us, mate. They have not been good to us at all. Bont into Heaney. Wow, another one going to see on Heaney. You're brave, man. Luke, I've got a few questions to ask you when I see you next. All right, mate. All right. Looking forward to it. D-Mac, do you ever think it's a shame there is no Greg in the AFL? The name is disappearing. Well, there you go. Maybe when I have a kid, let's call him Greg. Girl or boy. Maybe that can bring it back. Kyle, or trade Young to Wanganeen Miller, or trade Young for... I would go Luke Ryan, but I think Wanganeen Miller is looking really good too. But if I had to choose, I'd go Luke Ryan. Miller, I'm going to sign off after this last hot take, but mark my words, Nasai Wanganeen Miller will be a SuperCoach god in the next coming years. Yeah, mate. Well, he was all mine last year. Do you remember how I started him last year? I went a year early on him, but yeah, he's looking great. I'll let you know, Lockie. I'll let you know, mate. PC SuperCoach, what time is the quiz? I reckon about, what's the time now? Probably 10-2. I'll probably put the code out around 10-2. Oh, he's brought the old man in. Luke, how is Jeff going? Has he gotten over COVID? Oh, you're a thoughtful man. No, he's going good. He has definitely gotten over it. Saw him on Sunday. So, yeah, he's going well. Saw him last night as well. So, no, he's going nicely. Mate, Baggers, you better get to the next goal kicking, mate. Come on. How are you? Hope you're going well. Jonas, Marty the man whore has an option even better being the sub. El McLean. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Melbourne there. Nice. Yeah, Newcomb has not been good to us, has he, mate? Jonas, come on, man. Lockie, shorty, your takes are bloody shocking. Find a new night job. Thanks, mate. No, that's good. Keep the stream so, mate. Quizzes are all late. Thanks, mate. No, appreciate it. I'll look forward to seeing you in the quiz, man. The quiz is coming, Flynn. The quiz is coming. Bailey, thoughts on Wanganeen Miller? Yeah, mate. He's a gun. He's a gun. He uses the ball very well. He might cop a bit of attention at times this year, and that'll be a bit of a learning curve for him. But yeah, he's going to be very, very nice. It's nearly quiz time. Not quite yet. Scott, love the show, Shorty. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Whatever happened to the cat that was living with you? Is it still alive? Thoughts on trading Hayden Young, Martin Hogan for Sarong, Jackson, and Pink? I really like those ins. I am keeping Nick Martin. I'm giving him a chance, but I can see why you would do that. And yeah, the cat's still kicking around, mate. Not throwing up as much on my carpet, but still sometimes. So yeah, still alive though. Still kicking. Luke, I hope Adelaide win, but I ended up tipping Freo. The game I found the hardest to tip was Port versus D's. Yeah, that is a bit of a tough one. I've gone Port as well. It's in Adelaide, so I think I'll go with them. But Aya says, surely do the Goal King Challenge at Melbourne. Me and Leroy joining that one. Yeah, I do need to. Like, I've been saying for ages that I'll do a goal kicking one in Melbourne. It's so much harder to, like, set up because I just don't know Melbourne that well, and I want Langus to film for me, so I've got to bring him. But nah, I couldn't tell you when, but one day we will. We'll probably go to the Lexus Centre or whatever they call it now, where Collingwood train, and we might do it there. Josh, also thoughts on Windhager? Yeah, I think Windhager's a good pick. I think he's getting some good centre bounce time. I wouldn't be surprised if he really produces some nice scores. So, yeah, I'd definitely be keen to back him in. He's at a pretty nice price. Jonas, when's the blonde Sheila make an appearance, Shorty? Well, if she's in the kitchen right now or in the lounge room, she may have just heard that. But sometimes Caitlin comes in for the quiz, so we'll see. Aya says, as an OG of your channel, I deserve a good shout out. You do, mate. You've been commenting plenty, Aya. So am I pronouncing that right? I don't even know. But nah, you're a long-time supporter, so I appreciate it. Josh, should I tip Brisbane or Collingwood? Brizzy for me, mate. I think they'll be bouncing back. Collingwood are just in all sorts, so I'm pretty confident on Brisbane. Cal, Luke Ryan repaying the faith for being my first pick this year is humbling. Oh, mate. He has these moments where he goes nuts, doesn't he? He really does. Jeff is a scholar. And JD, hey, mate. Shorty, it's been a while, mate. How are you? Not sure if you remember me, but I've been with you. Of course I remember you, mate. Of course. Yeah, he's one of the self-proclaimed quiz goats. Of course, mate. If I don't recall, you and Daniel T used to battle it off in the quiz, I reckon. Hopefully see you tonight, mate. Angus Watto the Great. What you doing with Amon? Oh, I'm getting rid of him, unfortunately. Just hasn't worked. Oh, I was so hopeful too, but anyway. I think I'm going to go to Crouch or maybe even Tom Powell now. So, yeah. Ollie, do I keep Vlosten? I have had him since round one, but I'm a bit iffy. Nah, he probably goes, mate. He's not a top 8 defender. He's solid, but just not quite at the top end. So I'd look to trade him. Zach, shorty thoughts on the rookie Buck Myers. Who is this? What is going on here? What is going on? Flynn, Young and Wanganeen Miller. Young for Wanganeen Miller, short for Luke Ryan, and Sexton for Sam Darcy. Nice, mate. I like it. I'm happy to wait a week on Sam Darcy. I'm not going him just yet, but he did look really good. Prince George, do I bring in Dempsey or Sam Darcy? Dempsey, no, I'd happy to wait. Just give it a week on Sam Darcy. I'd prefer Sam Darcy, I think. Just give it a week and see what he does. I placed Thomas the Tank Engine up my hiney. Now, there's no way I can continue that, man. Luke, I reckon Jeff Short is about 60. Yeah, about that, yeah. We had his 60th not too long ago. Is this delayed? No, mate. No. It's just that I go through each question individually. So sometimes it might take a little bit of time. I've actually just caught up, but no, we're live, mate. We are live, but there are a few questions. I just turned New Zealander, but on TikTok, I'll just go full live, just whatever comment comes up. Bit of a luck of the draw what I answer, but YouTube, I try to get through everyone. Jonas, why do you have to bring him up, man? Jesus. Flynn, I want to get rid of Grundy for some cash, but not sure about. Nah, hold him, mate. I reckon hold him. He'll be all right. It was only a week or two ago he was dominating. Cooper, thoughts on Hogan and Berry from the Crows out and Crouch and Carroll in? Anything else you would suggest? Can you get Tom Powell in? I'm really liking the look of him, but I don't mind those trades. But Jeremy Sharp as well. But Tom Powell seems to be a guy we should get in. Aya says, I think we bring in Darcy Fogarty, Bradley Close, and Jack Buckley. I've just given you a great pump up and shout out, and then you give me that absolute stinker. Jonas Shorty has been. Jack, do you think I trade Flanders? No, we're not trading Flanders. No. Definitely not. Thanks for I appreciate that, mate. But no, I don't think we should trade Flanders out. Definitely try and find a way to get Jackson in, but no. What do you want me thoughts on, Baggers? You're spilling all sorts of shit here, but Ollie, what do you? Oh, actually, what I was telling me that you play for Gordon, don't you, Baggers? He reckons there's a bloke that works with him at his school. Is there someone in your footy team that works at a school in Geelong? Let me know. Ollie, who do I put in for Vlauston, Sheasel, or if I go Clark, I can get in Luke Jackson? If you go Jordan Clark? I'd be going Sheasel, mate. I know it's tempting to get Jackson, but I don't see Jordan Clark being the go. So, Leroy, Shorty, can you please sing Sammy Oldman's Magic? He wears a magic hat, and when he hits the line ball to point, they'll drop the fucking catch to the tune of a popular soccer channel. You're not going to get me singing. Me reading it out like that might be the best you got. But that is brutal, bro. Is this your mate who made he didn't drop a catch as well, did he? Oh, shit. Jack, is there anywhere I can send you my team and you find a way to get Jackson in? Probably my Facebook page. I don't check it regularly, but I will try and look at it for you over the next couple of days. But I find it difficult because people do send me quite a few teams and stuff. It's really hard. So if you got any specific questions, let us know. My haughty name. You know my thoughts, mate. You know my thoughts. NJD, surely thoughts on Ryan Gamble this week? There's a name. Holy shit. Jesus. I don't really like cheese. Do you think non-owners have missed the beat on players like Luke Jackson, or should we just stop the bleeding? I'd still try and get him in, but yeah, ideally we got Heaney in last week and Jackson in last week, but I'd keep trying. I'll put this quiz code out pretty shortly too. Zach, Shorty, can you help me with my maths homework? Yeah. Send me through the times tables, mate. Send them through. Darcy, yeah, he's not too far away, but you don't know. I mean, the talk is round 4 or 5. He can always get delayed, and he won't come back to the number one ruck straight away either. So I'd still try and get Jackson in. Do you have the Steele deal? Show us your team. I don't have Jack Steele, but yeah, I think he's a good option. If you want to see my team, mate, it's on the YouTube or the TikTok. But yeah, a bit hard for me to show you the team right now. But I wish I did start Jack Steele. Yeah. Aya says, Short, can you sing? I'm not going to sing, but I'll read it out. Oh, I love it when Collingwood choke. They're football's greatest joke. You want me to just sing that on repeat? What does this live come to? Angus, Shorty, should I bring in Sam Darcy and Luke Jackson for Sexton? And hey, well, it's close. Don't mind it. I'm happy to wait a week, see what Darcy does, but don't mind most of those names. Jack, I can trade Grundy, Gawn, Heaney, or Flanders. Only way I can get Jackson in. Oh, look, we're gonna have to wait then, mate, because I think they're all holds. I know it's frustrating, but we're just gonna have to find a way somewhere else. I don't think it's worth trading out one of those guys. Unfortunately, I will be getting Tommy Powell, Zach. Yeah, I've got to. You guys have convinced me. I didn't realize he was 312. I hadn't looked at it fully yet. I normally look at that stuff when the teams come out, but yeah, you guys are all over it. Flag pies, Shorty. After what round do you reckon overall ranking is a good indication of how good your team is? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I would say probably around 4 or 5. I wouldn't read too much into it right now because it's still flavour of the month stuff, All the good teams right now just had Heaney or Jackson or Crouch and Steele and Bont, I think you got to give it at least a month before we can really get a read on it. See, I reckon we keep Dawson as well, Jack. I know it's hard unless you really want to part ways with Dawson, but I'm thinking he's a premium. I'm thinking he's a keeper. My projection was only like 1,600, I think, or 1,586 or something. So, yeah, projected score 1,586. You want to hope it's better than that, mate. Thanks, Flynn. Cooper, I've had a look. What about Hogan, Berry, Caulfield out? Powell, Sharp, Carroll, and Bramble in. Logan Berry, Powell, Sharp, or yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Bramble's an interesting one, but yeah, I like that. The fact you're getting in Powell, I think that's good. And they're all good outs as well. We'll chuck the quiz code out pretty soon also, 1:45, so we'll chuck that out pretty shortly. Widescreen TV, would you prioritise Powell or Sarong? Sarong might get tagged in the next few weeks. I'd actually prioritise Powell, just with the price. He's going to go nuts. And Sarong probably will as well because he's been going huge. But I think Powell is going to make us a lot more money and could even be a keeper. You just never know. But both really good options. There's you're not getting me. You're not getting me on some sort of speech test, mate. That could end dangerously. I don't really like Cheese for Flanders non-owners. Do you think he might be a must get in after his bye, especially if it's a weaker forward line? Definitely. I think guys like Heaney, Flanders, Jackson, like they're clear-cut keepers for our forward line. So we definitely got to try and find a way. Damien, hey, legend. Just a quick one. Hayden Young and Sean Manor for Houston and Ollie Dempsey. Luke Ryan and Sam Darcy week early. Already have Sheasel. Thanks. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I'm happy to wait a week on Darcy. I'd be keeping Sean Manor. I don't think there's any reason to trade him to Dempsey. They're both as much of a chance to get dropped as they are to score well. But I do think Young to Dan Houston is a nice one. Good stuff. Jonas, yeah, I'd keep Manor. I mean, it just depends on the teams, but he played better on the weekend, got a full game. Geelong got a few injuries to the midfield, so definitely a keep. Xavier says, is Matt Roberts or Tom Powell sub 5 worth it? Keep Matt Roberts, mate. Keep Matt Roberts. Like, he's going to make us a lot of money. And I'd prefer you to trade Fife than Roberts, but I don't really like getting rid of either of them. I'm just going to take a pause on the questions and get the quiz going. But yeah, appreciate all your questions, guys. And thanks for all the support too. Like, I really enjoy these lives. We have a bit of fun with it. And you guys certainly keep me on the toes. I appreciate all your comments, both serious and take the piss. I do appreciate them. But where is this quiz number 2? I've got so many quizzes over the years. I need to make some sort of folder. There we go. So yeah, if you haven't played the quiz before, I'll put through where you got to log into. But it's Blooket/play or Blooket.com. You'll get into it that way as well. Yeah, cannot wait to just smash out tomorrow, and then cannot wait. All right, so it's play.blooket.com. I'll just chuck that in. Play.blooket.com. And your code is 1709498. I'll highlight that one. So there's your code. I will see you there. PC SuperCoach, thoughts on Buku Kamas as a pod? Nah, not so much. Not so much. Like, I know he's playing a bit of an intercepting role and looks a bit better, but nah, not for me. Just doesn't find enough of the footy. Yeah, he could be F1 Flanders. I probably would say Jackson or Heaney above him, but he's every chance. He's every chance. How many more minutes to the quiz? Oh, there you go. He's starving. Well, we're just starting now, Jack, so I hope you get involved, mate. Prince George, thoughts on Luke Ryan pick? Yeah, mate, love it. He's on fire at the moment. Perfect role, and he's about to go up in price, so it's a good time to get him. How many players do you have that have the bye after this week, says Flynn? Oh, I'd have to get back to you on that one. I'd have to really dissect and look at the fixture, but off the top of my head, I'm trying to think who has the buys. I would have to get the fixture out, sorry, mate, but it's a good question, though. I don't, from memory, not too many, I don't think. Jonas and Bags. Shorty, how many complex solutions are there if X... Wow, mate. I'm staying well clear of the maths, I'll tell you. Well clear of the maths. There's a quiz card again there if you want. Flag pies, Shorty, what do you think about these trades? Young to Sheasel, love it. Amon to Butters, love it. And Barry to Sharp. Yeah, they're really good trades. Wonder if I could do those trades. Amon, yeah, shit, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. You must have had a little bit of coin already in the bank, I'm guessing, because that looks real nice. Zach Ferret. What are we talking about? Hey, Hoodie, how are you? He says, hey, Shorts, thoughts on Young, Newcomb and Wines to Butters, Ryan and Powell, missing out on Mass. Yeah, okay. Look, D'Ambrosio would be a great one to get, but those three names, two great premiums. Powell, even better option than D'Ambrosio at this rate. So can't fault that. Newcomb and Wines and Young, yeah, they've been disappointing, haven't they? But no, good calls. Aya says, Shorty, if the dot podcast of two vectors equals D, the vectors oh, mate, you're hurting me head even reading that, bro. Jesus. Widescreen TV says, thoughts on English going down in price if Darcy continues to play as Darcy went about 40%. Was it really that much? Look, I honestly don't feel like Darcy will affect him too much, but I'm not doubting you, mate, but I just want to see it for my own eyes. So Sam Darcy was in the ruck 29%. And English was, of course, 71. Now, maybe marginally, but nothing to get like too concerned about, I don't think. How many we have got in the quiz? We got 39. Nice. We'll try and get up to 45. I'll give you a couple more minutes if you want to get involved. And then we'll start it. And where are we up to in the questions? Zach, these questions are well beyond my scope. Oh, and Luke is confident about the quiz. Look out. Nice. Do I have to have your screen up as well? No, you don't have to. Like, I'll read out the comments and stuff, the questions, but you can still do the quiz. And not have me up as well. I'm not sure how most people do it, to be honest, but geez, 5 for the Swans, was it? Jesus, mate, that's rough. How did me and Tice meet, Luke? Actually, through my ex-girlfriend. I was dating a girl many, many years back, and her and Tyson went to school together. So, yeah, so that's how we met. The quiz is about footy, my man. About footy. So I normally have a few questions from the round just gone and a few historical questions. So we've got 12 of them. So, yeah, the quicker you answer, the more points you get, that type of thing. But, yeah, make sure you get it right. You know, don't just go all out speed. But, yeah. Baggers. Yeah, nice. I reckon we might just start these. Harry says, do these trades sound good? Butterick, Short and Young, Alpha Powell, D'Ambrosio. Yeah, they're all very good trades. They're good inclusions, mate. Oh, thanks, Cuzza. Thoughts on Young, Caulfield to D'Ambrosio and Windhager? Yeah, I think that's good. I'd probably like to get a premium in because Young we probably thought would be a premium. So you've got two downgrade types, but maybe you can use that money elsewhere. Yeah, I'm starting to think he might be a must-have Prince George. I think Powell at that price, the way he's scoring, the centre bounces. The only thing I was worried about was Simpkin coming back, but he's obviously not part of that midfield core anymore. Like some centre bounce time, but no, I think he's a must. Look, the winner just gets my respect, mate. I can't say I've got a prize, but if you guys have any realistic prize ideas, I'd love to hear them. We'll start this quiz in about 30 seconds. Last chance on the code. $10. Oh, mate, I can't be giving you guys like $250 for the whole year. I got bills to pay, man. And I don't really know how I'd send that either, but Bramble, yeah, look, he's looking okay. I don't mind him. PC, yeah. You never know if people are kidding, mate. You just never know these days. The quiz is on Footy, mate. Bit from the weekend, bit from the past. Bramble, I don't mind. I wish he was a little cheaper. If it works for your structure, then great. But I wouldn't rush to bring him in. Team review is not bad for the winner, actually. That's not a bad idea. All righty, let's do it. Let's start this quiz. Start a cutie pie. You pricks are funny, I tell you. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Good luck, guys. Play well. Question 1. Which Saint kicked a goal of the year contender last Thursday night, which many people think was actually out of bounds? Pretty easy one to start here, I reckon. Pretty easy one. You guys say some funny shit, I'll tell you. 44 in the quiz. It's a good turnout. Of course it was Jack Higgins. Of course it was. Most people think that ball was out of bounds. I mean, it certainly looked like it, didn't it? Leroy is back. Seymour, D-Mac, and PC Cooper. So Leroy not mucking around when he says he's a former champ. Question 2. What was North Melbourne's biggest lead over the Dockers on Saturday before ultimately losing the match? 32 points, 35 points, 28 points, or 25? Answer is in, and yeah, you guys, it was a little bit split. So it was 32 points. So this one might shake things up a little bit. Caitlin, I'm not reading that. PC, Riz, Phoenix Spicer, and King Josh in 5th. PC's on top. D-Mac, Cal, Dom Sheed, and Noah in 5th position. Question 3. Who finished on top of the ladder at the end of last year's home and away season? That was home and away season, because we all know the Pies won the flag. But did Collingwood finish on top? Brisbane, Port Adelaide, or Melbourne? It was the Pies. A few going Brisbane. But yeah, Collingwood did finish on top, then won the flag. Shorty the cuck. Pies, Barman, PS, Noto, and Seymour. So Seymour will be up there, I think. Yeah, he's 2nd. PC on top. Dom Sheed, Leroy, and Daddy Short is in 5th. Question 4. How many intercept marks did Tom Stewart take on Friday night? 8, 9, 10, or 11? I reckon most of you would have heard this on one of the footy shows, surely. Absolutely dominated, did Tommy? Absolutely dominated. He took 10. There you go. Yeah, again, 31 getting it right. That's pretty solid. Who got in quickest? PC. So he'll stay on top. Leroy, D-Mac, Hodgie, and No to Cheese. So PC's got a bit of a lead. 26 points over Leroy, Seymour, Daddy Short, and Dom Sheed. So they've got to catch him. Question 5. How many games did Jack Crisp play for Brisbane? 0, 31, 4, or 18? Bit of a tough one, I think, because he didn't spend a stack of time there. But yeah, I'd be interested to see how many get this right. Got to put a couple of hard ones in there to separate the pack, and I reckon this one might be a bit split. I reckon it'll be between B and D. Oh no, a few. Yeah, okay. So 21 got it right, but 23 got it wrong. So this will be interesting. Find keys, Hodgie, Seymour, chicken snits, and no to cheese. So no to cheese could be right up there. Oh, he's not. Okay, Seymour takes the lead. So wow, hey, there you go. Question 6 hitting the halfway mark. How many possessions did Jack McRae have in the VFL on the weekend? Now, I actually saw this reported differently in a couple of places, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what it was reported on the social medias and all that at first. But then I was looking on the website and like clarifying. People were saying he had 46. So I don't know if he got docked one because he did have 47 in the initial reports. And yeah, that was a clear cut one. Most of you got that right. Nicely done. Shorty's knob, PC bounces back. Leroy, Matty, and Dom Sheed. So Seymour's still on top. Leroy, PC, Daddy Short, and Dom Sheed. It's all pretty close too, particularly that top three. Question 7. The Hawks were happy to chip it around in the first term against Melbourne. How many marks did James Sicily take in the first quarter? Had it on a string, but also the Hawks are playing some pretty shitty brand of footy. It wasn't interesting. It was not entertaining. Did he take 7 marks, 10 marks, 9 marks, or 8 marks in the first quarter? I thought he was going to score way more after the way he started, but yeah, he did take 9 marks in the first term, and that was an even split. Wowee. This will be a good get for those who got it correct. And in fastest was Mitch, then Noah, Cal, Chicken Snits, and Stan the man. So we could get a bit of movement here at the top. And Noah goes to the lead over Cal, Seymour, Leroy, and PC still hanging around in 5th there. Leroy, he'll back himself in. He will. Wonder where Luke is. He's won the last couple. Question 8. Sam Darcy played his first game for the Dogs in 2024 on Sunday. What was his dad's name? Who played 226 games for the Dogs? So we all know that Shorty's dad's name is Jeff, but we're looking for Sam Darcy's dad's name. And I feel like this was pretty easy. I threw some random ass names in there for you, but we know it's Luke Darcy, don't we? We know it's Luke, surely. Yeah, we do. Nice. Good stuff. Loose but Shorty. Collie Wobbles, PC, Cal, and Daddy Short. So Cal might, yeah, he's into second. Noah's still on top. Then Seymour, PC, and Daddy Short. Question 9. Who did Peter Wright knock out on the weekend? Lewis Malikan, Corey Warner, Robbie Fox, or Harry Cunningham? Now, we must have seen this so many times, so I'd be surprised if this wasn't a popular correct answer. It was, of course, Harry Cunningham. And a popular selection for sure. 37 of you guys getting that one right. PC fights back. D-Mac, Noah stays on top. Find Keys and Leroy. So the heavy hitters are still up and about. 7 points to Cal, PC, Seymour, and Leroy. So these top 4 or 5 are really fighting it out. It's still a live game. Last year, pick number 3. Geez, that's a bad way to start it. Last year's pick number 3. Fuck, sorry about that. How many of last year's top 10 draftees have debuted across the first 3 weeks of the season? My apologies for the terrible grammar there, but the important part was the second part of the question. I want to know how many of the top 10 draftees have debuted. So the only ones that haven't are Ethan Reid, Dan Curtin, and Nate Caddy. So, PC fought back there. D-Mac as well. No to cheese. PC goes on top by a point. So it looks like it could be out of Cal and PC, depending how these next couple go. Question 11. Which of these Hawthorn small forwards kicked the most goals in their career? I like these questions. A bit historical. Some of you might not even know Michael Osborne or Mark Williams, but Cyril Rioli, Paul Puopolo. So have a good think about it. I feel like most will get this right. Mark Williams had the old shotgun celebration, but it was Cyril Rioli. Yeah, most of you guys doing nicely there. Nicely done. Now, what did PC do? What did Noah do? What did Cal do? Loose but short, he's getting in quick. Caitlin PC's there. Flynn, stand the man. So PC should stay on top, and he does. He's got a strong lead over Noah, Cal, Daddy Short, and Leroy. So he should get this done, I reckon. Question 12. Which player had the most possessions for the Giants on the weekend? Josh Kelly, Tom Green, Lockie Whitfield, Stephen Cornelio. I reckon most years will rule out 2 pretty quickly here, but I've got a feeling this one might be trickier than people think. See, when I was thinking up the question, I thought it was Tom Green. But Lockie Whitfield actually had 36 and Tom Green had 34. And there you go. There you go. Most of you were thinking the same as me. In third is Noah. Cal second. And done. He didn't get the last one right, but it was enough to hold on. Really fought back late there, which was nice to see. So let's review. Nicely done, PC. Good job. And interesting how quick he got in. So Cal got 11 out of 12 right. PC got 9 out of 12, but it must have been the speed at which he got it. Noah, like we said, Leroy, Daddy Short, Luke Mack. While I didn't really call his name out for the whole time, got 10 out of 12 and fought nicely. Collie Wobbles, Baz Lenker, Seymour was up and about for a while. So was No to Cheese, D-Mac and Dom Sheed. Shorty's Barber, I need to see him. And Flag Tigers 24 is pretty optimistic, but nice. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. And we got like 70 odd on there as well. That's cool. Nice. Oh, it's dropped down to 50. I don't know what's going on, but a rematch. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Some things never change. Oh, mate. I want to see you back. I want to see you back. Seymour's full name, what was it? Seymour Cleavage. I actually didn't even click at the time. I just was, for speed purposes, I was just reading that quickly. But there were some names in there that I just couldn't do. But I had a really creative name, but got a couple wrong and came 26. That's beyond ridiculous. I enjoyed it. I was annoyed I didn't get in the top 5. That's all right, mate. Bag is shorty. Can I message my trades in more detail and reasoning? Look, mate, you can if you want. I don't always check the socials super often, but if you feel the need. That's it, Luke. That's what we like. Nice one, Zach. No worries, Flynn. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks heaps for tonight, guys. I'm going to probably watch a bit of AFL 360 and jump into bed, I reckon. Check a few of the TikTok comments and that type of thing. So, rigged. Nice. No, I'm going to have a look at how I can get Tommy Powell in as well. So, but thanks for all your questions. Do my best to get to them all. And, I think it's really enjoyable. I always have a bit of fun with you fellas. So, have a good rest of your week. Enjoy the footy on the weekend. I'll have a couple of videos out both on TikTok, talking about me trades, talking about the preview to the weekend. We'll talk captains, trades, all that sort of stuff. I've taken some notes with a lot of the common threads that you guys have talked about tonight. So thanks heaps. We'll get the quiz going next week as well. So I'll be back on TikTok from about 7 o'clock and YouTube somewhere around 7:30 to 7:45. I'll be there. I'll see you guys soon.